Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Archie's Briefings. I'm your host, Arshel Branch, and today you guys are going to talk about the challenges of what it is to be a contractor in the financial sector. Normally on this channel, you guys, we talk about the bad financial decisions of young Americans, Black Americans specifically, talk about politics and what's going on with the Democrats and how Trump is to the rescue for the United States of America, hashtag America first. But today you guys are going to do something different. I kind of want to get in the habit of doing this actually every week with a weekly report about those challenges of being the contractor, trying to better yourself as the adult toddler and take on more responsibilities. That's what we're going to talk about today. Before we go ahead and do that, you guys, I want you to take the time to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You're new to me, new to the channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you never miss an episode. You guys can follow me on TikTok and on Instagram at Archie Financial. And without further ado, let's go ahead and let's talk about the challenges of being a contractor. Let's go ahead and let's do that, shall we?
There is something that has been on my heart that I did want to discuss. Discipline is a huge part of being productive, being lucrative. I'm not for anything that goes against true productivity, true sovereignty of the individual. The choices that we make are what's going to be up for judgment.
Okay, you guys. So as I said in the opening, we're going to be talking about something different today, something that's a little bit closer to my circumstances as an adult toddler, incredibly dependent on parents and family members. And it's, I'm entirely grateful. God bless them. I'm so grateful for my family. At the same time, when you're a Christian conservative, we believe in a few things. Number one, responsibility, self-accountability. We believe on taking on responsibility so that way we can actually live like adults. And, for me, you guys, if you guys know my story, I come from sales. I was in the entertainment sector for quite a while. Prior to COVID, I was selling Broadway tickets, comedy tickets, sports events. That was what I did. So I just want to be honest with you guys that for me in the beginning, this company had reached out to me. I loved everything that I heard, and they recruited me. And so they told me that if I wanted to get into this sector, that I had to go out there and get my life insurance license. And I ended up getting licensed in life, health, and annuities, fixed annuities. And this is a really good thing. I thought, okay, great. This is awesome. This is exactly what I want. I want to get into an industry that allows me to make money helping people because I was a little sick and tired of being the adult toddler, a little sick and tired of being broke all the damn time.
While we're young, dumb, and broke.
And so as I started to look for the right company, this particular company that had recruited me and they told me all of the information, or some, not all of it, but some of the information, I was hooked right away, right? Some of the controversies that are surrounding these types of business types are that they prey on the lowest point in the individual's life. Seems quite predatory. And I will say, because that was my circumstances, right? I was not living on my own. I was depending on family members. So many family members were getting in my ear, telling me what I should do, how I should live my life, what choices I should make. The Lord told me, that was my favorite. The Lord told me to tell you what is wrong with your life. And so, as if I didn't already know, this was what my situation was. And then this company reaches out and says, hey, you're going to make a lot of money doing this, and we're going to help you get wealthy. We're going to help you get rich, and you'll be able to help people, and you can make money helping a lot of people. And this is how you're going to be able to do it. So I took the advice. I sold my mini motorcycle. I was babysitting my behind off. I was working the gig economy, just trying to find any which way that I could earn the numbers necessary to pay for the course, pay for the test, pay for the actual license and fingerprinting and all the rest of that jazz, just so I'd have the opportunity to work there. After I spent all this money and did all the study and got licensed, that's when I started to find out that this wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. The biggest promotion, the biggest sales pitch that they had for me was that you're going to make a lot of money doing this. You're going to get very wealthy. You're going to get very rich because you're going to be able to sell financial products that are actually going to help people. That's how you're going to get wealthy. You're going to get wealthy by helping people.
We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along.
And so I thought, okay, that's great. So I'm licensed now. How is this going to work exactly? Okay, so I'm licensed. How am I supposed to, make this money, all this money that you say that I'm going to make? And they asked me a question. Well, how much money do you want to start off making off? It's like, well, I'd be happy with $2,500 or $3,000 a month to start with. It doesn't exactly put me at $40,000 a year before taxes, right? It doesn't exactly do that, but it could pay a rent. It could pay down my credit card debt, which I'm proud to say is not even $1,000, which makes me very, very happy. As someone who had studied Financial Peace University, wanting to pay down debt, increase income, big fan of Dave Ramsey, big fan of Financial Peace University, and I wanted to start implementing these things into my everyday life. I wanted to start utilizing the biblical financial principles, and you can't do that without an income. So yeah, I would be happy with $2,500 or $3,000 to start, because it gives me the opportunity to take on more responsibility, to live my life like an adult and not an adult toddler. That's the goal. And then they told me that if I was going to make those numbers, that I would have to sell over 150 policies. Now, this is not the company that I'm with right now. This is with a company that had recruited me, and I just said no to. Your numbers don't make any sense. You're out of your mind if you think that I'm going to sell those amount of policies without recruiting a team, and that's not why I'm here. And so trying to find the right company to work with, that was the biggest challenge. And it took me a year, you guys, one whole year, to find the company that actually had the commission rate that I was looking for, had the policies in which, the financial products that we were actually going to be able to sell that would actually help people have the same values, have the same mission. It took me a year to find that. But they have the values and they have the same mission, and they actually want to help people and they want to inform people. And that's what I got into this to do, to inform people, to get people licensed, to get people insured, to get people secure, to prepare for the worst, because I was not that person. All hell broke loose and I was unprepared. And so I want to get into this so I can prepare people for the worst. In the event that your government decides to violate your civil liberties and take away opportunities, in the event of a crisis or a tragedy, you have something made available to you that you can rely on to help assist you financially. That's the idea. That's the goal. That's what I want to be able to do, to be of service to the kingdom and to my fellow American citizens. And now I'm with a company that actually allows me to do that. It doesn't eliminate all the other challenges, because now that I have this company, now that I'm a part of this company and I was able to look at the pros, look at the cons, learn from the experience of what the previous company that had tried to recruit me and appoint me, to see, okay, what are the questions that need to be asked here? First of all, what is the commission rate? That matters. What is your mission? What are your products? And from everything that I had learned from listening to Dave Ramsey, listening to Cody Sanchez, I found that the products are actually good. I like the products. They're actually pretty good. I looked at the commission rate. The commission rate makes sense. I don't have to sell 150 policies a month to make the $3,000. I can sell 25 to 30 policies a month to get those numbers. Again, it doesn't mean that I don't want to sell 150 policies. It just means that I shouldn't have to sell 150 policies to make the number that I need. I shouldn't have to do that. And I found the company that allows me to do that. And so I was Googling, I was chat GPTing, and the big thing that came back to me was lead generation. So now that I have an idea of what to do with the marketing strategy, the biggest issue was, okay, well, now I just need the lead generator, and that costs money. And that brought me to the chicken or the egg scenario. In order for me to get the lead generator, I need the tech. But in order to get the tech, I need the sales. So I need sales to get the tech, but I need the tech to get to the sales. Chicken or the egg? What do I do? How do I make this happen? And fortunately for me, I came into contact with somebody who is very excited about AI, very excited about automation, very excited about building business in this. And I can't wait to promote them, because, oh my goodness, they're incredibly helpful. They're really excited about this information, really excited about that business venture that they're heading into. And the fact that they were able to provide me something just to, test out their skills, to see if it helps me. I'm very excited because I can actually share with you guys. I have my lead generator. I'm still growing organically like I am with this channel, right? My channel, my income, it's slow, but it's growing. And so very excited to share that with you guys. And I will be putting the link to my lead generator, at least to the form itself, because that's the lead generator for me. I'm going to put the link to the form in my description box. So that way, if you guys are someone who's in Pennsylvania, you are looking for life insurance, or you're just trying to get a quote on a policy, you can fill out the form. You can book an appointment for yourself, or you can just fill out the form, and because you're interested, but not quite ready to purchase the policy itself, just fill out the form. I'm going to put that link up for you guys. If you're not a citizen of Pennsylvania, but you know people in Pennsylvania, share the link, text it to them. Okay. They'll text it to them, share it, because I'm very excited to share this tech with you guys, to share this information with you guys. I'm so excited about this. I'm more motivated now, because again, that was the other challenge, staying motivated. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I had not made a sale since December. And all of January, it was just a big challenge for me, because the social media tactics that I was taught by the particular company, even with what I learned from YouTube, it wasn't doing what I thought it was going to do. And that was the biggest challenge. How do I make the sale? Again, this is just not working out. The commission is where it needs to be. I love the numbers, but I don't have the motivation to keep going, because I'm just not making any sales. And that was the challenge for me in January. Without the tech, trying to promote this was just very difficult, very hard. And I didn't know how I was going to get beyond that, how I was going to get past that. And now that I have this organic lead generator, it gives me the motivation that I need to actually go out there and promote myself. Okay, I can share the link. I could talk about it on my podcast. I could post about it on my social media. And this is one of the biggest issues, like which social media platforms. That takes us into the whole TikTok thing, right? I told you guys that I started with the TikTok thing because I learned more about the algorithm. And I just thought, oh my goodness, if I had known about this when I first signed up with this company, when I first got appointed, if I had known about the TikTok algorithm, I might have just signed up sooner rather than later. And that was the whole reason of my going on TikTok, to grow the opportunity as a contractor, to get more leads. That's why I signed up for TikTok.
We're gonna have to get on TikTok.
And so that was the big thing for me. How do I leverage the free tech that I already have, the social media platforms, my YouTube channel, to grow the leads without having to follow a bunch of people and DMing them? Not a bad tactic, just not the best one in my opinion. How do I get this more structured? How do I get more professional with this? Having a lead generator does give me the opportunity to do that. And now that I have it, I'm so much more motivated, because again, staying motivated when you are the at home, remote contractor, right? Discipline, not getting distracted. These things are incredibly difficult. And when you're the adult toddler, you really just can't afford not to do the work. Okay. When you are the Christian conservative who is also the adult toddler, these are contradictory. They're contradictory, because how are you the adult toddler and a Christian conservative? You're the pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of gal, but you're dependent on your family. Explain that to me. It just doesn't make any sense. And, life is full of contradictions. And so this is one of them. I feel like a walking oxymoron, which if you guys know what that's like, definitely get in the comments and let me know if that's something that you're in the position with. It's just, how do I create the environment, right? My hunting grounds, so that way I can actually go out there and make the kill, right? These are metaphorically speaking, right? You only eat if you make the kill, okay? You got to go on the hunt if you're going to eat something, all right? That's the idea, right? Build your own hunt, create your hunt. How do I make that happen? How do I create the environment to make this happen easier? That's a challenge that I suffered with for the whole month of January. Now that I actually have the technology and I have the software to make this work, I'm very excited about that. And so even though it's going to be difficult to close deals, the environment has been created. And so I'm excited to do the work.
You gotta dig for your dinner. Nothing's what you get for free.
This is about taking on more responsibility, holding myself accountable that's the goal, right? I know how I got here. I know why I'm in the circumstances that I am. I know why I got into this industry, and I was able to get through these challenges. The first was finding the right company. It took a year, but I found it. The other challenge was, how do I leverage my social media and my podcast and trying to get the sales. And I struggled with that last month. And now I have the opportunity of making that happen this month. And so very motivated, very excited. Staying motivated is hard to do, but when you get the things that you need, the Lord makes it happen. Like, man, love the Lord. Credit to God. He's amazing all the time. And so I feel that because I stayed true to my values, because I'm staying true to my mission, I found the mission statement with another company. I have the opportunity of being able to do that. So if you're an adult toddler and you're struggling, you're trying to figure out what it is you're trying to do, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because I did, and I got licensed. Even though that other company wasn't the right one for me, I was still able to put myself in a position where it didn't deter me from being in the industry. I found the thing that I was looking for, and now it's just about trying to grow the income. Okay. And so that's the idea, that we grow our numbers together, not just my YouTube channel, but also our income. The goal, service the kingdom, service the American people. How can I do better at that? And if you guys have any way of being able to do that and share that information with me, by all means, get in the comments and let me know. I will be putting my link to my form if you guys are interested in getting life insurance. If you are a citizen of Pennsylvania and you are looking for insurance, life insurance specifically, you are looking for a quote, fill out the form, book yourself an appointment. If you are ready to purchase, if you're not ready to purchase, but you're interested and you just want a quote, fill out the form. If you are not a citizen of Pennsylvania, but you know people in Pennsylvania, share the link. Let's grow this. I definitely want to come back to you guys with a report saying this technology has been incredibly useful. Growing organically has been fascinating and interesting. It's slow, but it works. And I'm just very excited to share that with you guys moving forward. So definitely share the information. Okay. They're very, very excited about this, very motivated. And I think you guys should be too. So definitely get in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the tech. How do you feel about being a contractor? What tips do you might have for me or others who might be interested as well on how to better the contracting work for the individual? That's something that we need to start discussing more of. Very excited about that. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a good night. God bless and Kepla.